This month in Taylor4Trends, we look at sustainability in retail design. The next time you walk into a retail store, a bank lobby, or some other public space, look around. Signs, graphics, and displays are everywhere. It's part of what makes brick-and-mortar experiences so engaging. But the designers and architects behind those experiences are looking for ways to make visual merchandising more environmentally friendly. Acrylic Design is a leading provider of retail design solutions, and they're working to make the entire industry more sustainable. Coté Lund is a sustainable retail solutions consultant with Acrylic Design Associates, part of Taylor Visual Impressions. Here are 4 things to know about sustainability in retail design from an industry insider. Coté, what has been the biggest challenge in bringing sustainability to retail design?
We've actually seen 2 challenges. The first is just making people aware of their options. Most signs and displays are still manufactured from virgin materials like acrylic. Those materials are usually made from fossil fuels and create carbon footprint. Many of our customers don't know there's better alternatives now. The other challenge is recycling. Surveys show that a lot of those used signs and displays end up in landfills. We see that as another opportunity for acrylic design to make a real difference.
Now, how has the focus on sustainability changed what your customers are asking for?
Thankfully, most organizations now have sustainability goals, and they're asking suppliers like Taylor to be part of the solution. That means designing with sustainability in mind. Before we start on a new sign or fixture, we always ask ourselves a series of questions. What's the life cycle of this item, and what will happen to it at the end of its life? What is the most environmentally sustainable material that we could possibly use? And how can we reduce the carbon footprint through smarter manufacturing and packaging? The more you think about these things up front, the more sustainable your item will be when it's done.
What else is your team doing to make visual merchandising more sustainable?
We've actually decided to lead the way in this area rather than wait for the industry to catch up. For example, we've recently introduced recyclable. It's the world's first and only line of certified recycled acrylic made for use in retail displays and fixtures. Recyclable is 100% recycled and recyclable. It looks and performs the same as virgin acrylic, and best of all, it costs the same as virgin acrylic. Using recyclable reduces greenhouse gas emissions by at least 90%. We even have a carbon savings calculator to show clients how much they can save on their projects. We're also leading the way in recycling and have created our own recycling program. Our customers can simply ship their used signs and fixtures back to us when they're done. Then we partner with recyclers who turn those waste materials into something new and beautiful.
What advice would you give to marketers who want to make their signs, graphics, and displays more sustainable?
The most important thing you can do is ask questions. Ask your suppliers what type of things they're doing to minimize the amount of raw materials used. Ask if they're using raw materials that are recycled and recyclable. As I mentioned, recyclable is the only certified recycled and recyclable acrylic on the market, so you can't just assume other materials are sustainable. Finally, find out what will happen to your signs and displays after they're no longer needed. It can be very difficult to recycle certain types of materials. That's why we created our own recycling program. These 3 questions are a great starting point for any sustainable signage and display program.
Thank you, Coté. And thank you for joining us for this latest edition of Taylor4Trends. Be sure to set aside 4 minutes next month. I'll be back to share 4 more marketing-related trends that you should know about.